I've been working out for 1.5 years, and in this video, I'm going to teach you two major secrets that I've learned about procrastination. So, whenever I started, truth be told, I had to watch a lot of motivation videos like why you should get jacked and the benefits of getting jacked, videos like that. But they motivated me so much that I actually ended up starting. I only started my first ever workout because I was so motivated to do it because of external sources. But yet, as I kept going, as I kept working out, I eventually lost that motivation because you can't watch motivational videos all the time. You don't have enough time, honestly. Because I stopped watching those motivational videos, I slowly started to flicker out how much I actually worked out. And the only reason that I'm still working out to this day is that I kept going anyway. Even though I wasn't motivated, I still kept going. And because of that, I actually got the motivation again. But instead of getting it from an external source, like a YouTube video, I got it internally because I was actually starting to enjoy doing it. Because motivation and action are a cycle. So you go from motivation, and motivation causes you to act. But action also causes motivation. It's a complete circle. If you can do something, you'll eventually get motivated to do it. And if you get motivated to do something, then you'll start doing it. And you can choose where you want to start. You can choose to watch some motivational videos on YouTube and get pumped up. And honestly, that works. I won't lie to you, that works. But it won't work for long. Because unless you want to keep watching a motivational video every single day, you're going to have to learn how to motivate yourself without a YouTube video. And that's where action comes in. Whenever you keep doing something over a long enough time period, you'll honestly start to enjoy doing that thing. It doesn't matter what it is, unless it's something that you absolutely hate with all your being. You'll probably start to like it eventually, even just a little bit. And that's what happened with me. I kept working out even though I wasn't really motivated to do it, but I kept working out. And so I actually started to like it. I actually love it now. And because I love it, I still do it to this day. I started with motivation, I got to action, but once the motivation stopped, I just stayed at action to eventually get more motivation. The biggest lesson from that I learned is that you can choose if you want to start at motivation or at action. Because motivational videos work, but so does actually sitting down and doing the thing, even when you don't feel like it. Because when you do that, it takes discipline, but you'll eventually get enough motivation to where you even feel like it's hard anymore. You feel like it's easy. That's why you need to push through, even when you don't have the motivation. You need to push through and actually get through that period. The second biggest lesson I learned was actually applying what I learned. Because it's easy enough to know that, okay, action causes motivation and motivation causes action. Okay, that's good enough. But you actually need to know how to apply it to your life. And in that, the biggest lesson I learned is to have a routine. Have a routine. If you can do something every single day, you don't even have to think about it. You automatically do it. And so you don't even go through that period where you feel bad because you're not motivated. You do it anyway. You do it anyway. And so eventually you get to that motivation internal point on your own. You don't even have to try. You just do it. And you eventually get to that point where not only do you do it automatically, you don't think about it, but you also like doing it. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can not only do something without motivation, but you can shortcut your way to get there. You can take something that would maybe take 6 months for someone to get to and get it in a month. You can shortcut that entire process by making that thing a routine. For me, it was working out. I always work out or exercise at least in the morning. No matter what, I always wake up, get ready for about like 20 minutes, and after that I work out either with weights or even just cardio. I work out. And because of that, every single day I'm just accustomed to working out. So even when I don't feel like it, even on the days where I'm not motivated at all, even on the days I didn't even want to get out of bed, I still do it. That's the power of action and routine. Because with routine, you'll do it anyway. You don't even think about it. It's like a smoker. For a smoker, it's a routine to pull out a cigarette, light it, and put it in their mouth. It's automatic. They don't think about it. And because they don't think about it, they don't feel bad when they do it. You can use that same process, but in a positive way instead. You can use it to where you make a routine that you ideally do every day, but at least every other day, just to set it in stone. You get it set and you keep doing it. Once you keep doing it, you'll actually start to want to do it. That's the power of routine and then action. Notice how motivation was the very last thing I mentioned in that cycle. It goes from routine to action to motivation. Most people think it's the opposite, but it's not. Because motivation can either cause action or action can cause motivation. And it's honestly easier to make action cause motivation. Just honestly. Especially if you add in the routine, then you'll eventually get to that point much faster than if you try to will your way through it and only do it when you're motivated. Because motivation is an up and down cycle, and you'll eventually be on the low where you don't want to do anything. Routine causes action, which only then causes motivation.